Urban Therapy with Sun752, and this is your daily go getimism number 825 for January 5th, 2016. Tonight I want to talk to y'all about expanding your universe or decreasing your universe or keeping your universe the same. Expanding your universe. Well, before we talk about expansion or decreasing it, first we should get a better understanding of what your universe is. When I speak about your universe, I'm talking about your third eye. And when I say your third eye, I don't mean like you're like a cyclops or whatever. What your third eye is your mind. It's your mental state. It's the way that you think. So, if you really think about what the universe is, the universe consists of sun, moon, stars, constellations, comets, meteors, all kinds of rocks, heavenly bodies. And we don't know how far and vast it is out there in the heavenly skies. We don't know. But we do know what we do know. Everything that we have learned basically is our universe. Because it doesn't matter how many stars and moons and suns are out there if you don't have any knowledge of how they work or how they correlate in terms of how it affects your life or life in general. The people that you know or the things that you have experienced. So when you start talking about your universe, the things that you learn make up your universe. Just like they make up the world around you. Your experiences make up the world around you. So the more you travel the world, the more people you meet, the more things that you learn, the greater your understanding increases, your world gets bigger and bigger. At the same time, you know how they say it's a small world, but we mean that in terms of when you find people who know each other. But your world expands when you realize how much you know more than people that you're around when you find out that they don't know as much as you do. Now, you can teach them, and you probably should, and that will help them expand their universe. But I was taught a long time ago, and I don't know how accurate this is because we don't know what's going to happen on the other side, but I was taught a long time ago that you need to expand your universe as much as possible because when you cross over into the afterlife, when you shed this physical frame of yours, the only thing that you will carry with you into the afterlife are the things that you learned in this life. So that's why it's important to expand your universe as much as possible. And you do that. You do that through learning. You definitely do that through reading. Reading is when they say reading is fundamental, man, they're not playing. Because nothing works the human memory. Nothing gets the brain building pathways into it like reading does. It increases your imagination. It increases your limits of possibilities. You know, as a matter of fact, I should say it decreases your limits of possibilities because your possibilities become greater and greater when you read because you become smarter. People who read are smarter. There's really no way around that. I understand that we're in the information age and we can find videos to support anything that we want to do or anything that we want to learn, anything that we would like to know or need to know. We can find videos. But the thing is, we will forget things that we hear. You know, although the human brain isn't set up to ever forget anything. But when you read things, because you have been trained to read, it increases your understanding of things. That's what reading comprehension is about. And that's why it was so important for us to learn that during grammar school, elementary school, I should say. You know. And that's another reason why it's so important to teach your children how to read well. Because it expands their universe at a young age. And you want to make sure that they get off to a great start. And that's how you get off to a great start when you read. You know, when you teach your children to read, man, they are at an advantage. They are not just at an advantage over the other students in their classrooms, but they are at an advantage in the world. They really are. They're at an advantage in the world. The more you, and even if you start talking about the universe, I mean, even if you start talking about the internet, there are many things on the internet to read. Everything is in a video. Everything is in a meme. And even if it is a meme, you normally have to read the meme and try to understand the meme. Anyway, expanding your universe. You don't want to get to the point where you keep your universe small and you keep it compact and you decrease it and decrease it. And that's what happens when you're narrow-minded. When you're narrow-minded, you don't allow yourself to bring in more knowledge, to accept more possibilities, to really get yourself to the point where learning new things is your friend. You know, so many people treat new material as if it's their enemy. It could be because they're afraid. You know, when you learn something and when you actually get to know something, it changes your life. And some people don't want to change, especially when they get to a comfortable position. They want to stay right there. But the hardest thing to do in the world is to stay right there. You think change is hard. Staying the same is almost an impossibility. But people try to do it. People try to do it all the time. And it's a futile attempt. You can't keep your universe small. Now, you can keep it from growing at a rapid rate by not learning too much too fast. But you can't keep it at the exact same size all of your life. Because that means that you have experienced no growth in your life. Which means no advancement in your life. Which means that you are retarded. And I don't mean retarded as far as a mental handicap or mental disability. But sort of like that too. The word retarded means, well, look, I'm not going to get into all of that. All y'all need to know is that I'm not trying to diss nobody. And I mean nobody. But it is important to try to expand your universe, as much as possible. Expand your universe. Read. Learn. Listen. Be one of the best listeners ever. You can never go wrong with being a good listener. Good listeners go far. They really do. So try to be one. Practice expanding your universe. Your universe is your third eye, and it's the way that you see the world. And the more people you learn, the more cultures that you are exposed to, the more things that you are exposed to and get a chance to experience, it expands your universe. It gets wider and wider and wider and wider and wider. And actually that builds confidence too. Don't keep your universe small. Make sure it's more than just our solar system in there. Our solar system. Let's see. What do we have in our solar system? We have the sun, solar, and we have Mercury and Venus and Earth and Mars. What comes after that? It always gets a little sketchy for me. I believe that is Saturn and Jupiter and Uranus. But I probably have that wrong. I know that Jupiter is the biggest planet, whatever. And it used to be Pluto. Wait, I'm forgetting Neptune. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't try to do them in order. But I know that it's the Sun and then Mercury and Venus and Earth and Mars and let's say Neptune and Jupiter and Saturn and Uranus, whatever, and Pluto. But they took Pluto away. How you gonna take away? Anyway, y'all. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours. And remember, when it all comes down to it, expanding your universe can't be a bad thing. Learning new things can't be a bad thing. Learning how to read better can't be a bad thing. Building more possibilities in your imagination frame can't be a bad thing. Having unlimited options and unlimited ways to be able to do things, and being able to be confident in the things that you do, and to also be able to teach those things to your brothers and sisters can't be a bad thing. None of those things are bad things. You can make life a lot easier, and making life easier can't be a bad thing. So let's work on that. Can we? Shall we? Let's give it a shot. The Daily Go Getism show is every single day, 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Call-in number is 319-527-6199. blogtalkradio.com/Sun752. Peace. I'll holler at y'all tomorrow morning. Hopefully. Be careful out there.